Hello, everybody. This is LP Barafus from Fab Trips again. And, the CDC on May 5 released a new set of technical guidance for volunteer cruises and a manual for, well, volunteer cruises and the restricted passenger operations. And it seems like the whole industry is all up in arms, saying this is horrible. The restrictions that you'll see in the manual, including people having to wear masks by the pool, and the fact that you have to wear masks when you're having dinner, and elongated periods of not wearing masks was unsafe. And people keep on saying, what about people who have been vaccinated? What about people who have been vaccinated? And I think people tend to think that this set of technical guidance and manual is or has something to do with people who have been vaccinated. Reality is, it has nothing to do with people who have been vaccinated. Look, I've said this before, and I'm saying this again. The CDC has only one priority, and that is to save lives. And if saving lives means shutting things down completely, that is what they will do. They've been accused for hating cruises or trying to destroy cruises. But as long as the CDC has it in their mind that cruises during this pandemic can lead to deaths, they will do everything within their power to stop cruises. But again, I think people are completely misunderstanding what is going on. Let me read the brief on the release of the May 5 set of rules very quickly, and I'll explain to you what the CDC is doing here. Listen, it says on May 5, 2021, CDC released the next two phases of the Framework for Conditional Sailing Order (CSO) for cruise ships operating or seeking to operate in U.S. waters. CDC published technical instructions for cruise ship operators preparing to conduct simulated trial voyages in advance of restricted passenger voyages under a COVID-19 conditional sailing certificate. Now, it says very clearly, trial voyages in advance of restricted passenger operations or restricted passenger voyages. That is critical. What that tells me is the trial voyages by volunteers is intricately linked with the restricted passenger voyages. They're one and the same. But let us go back a little bit. The CSO that was released last year only considered non-vaccinated cruises. Remember, the vaccines were not yet out or even approved then. So the only consideration that brought forth the CSO was unvaccinated cruises. So the CSO by default is all about non-vaccinated cruises. And so whatever guidelines, whatever technical instructions, whatever manuals that the CDC will develop relative to the CSO will be for unvaccinated cruises. And that is just the track. So from phase 1 to phase 2A, phase 2B, phase 3, and phase 4, it's all about unvaccinated cruises. And so one of the things you have to understand here is the CDC has to take the worst case scenario, and the worst case scenario is 0% vaccinated guests. That is what they are using for a template for the trial voyages and what they're going to do for restricted passenger operations. And I can bet you, if any cruise line goes through the trial voyages and the unrestricted or the restricted passenger voyages, they are not going to have a full complement of passengers, as we see right now in UK and several other countries. It's going to be a small percentage of people who will be traveling. That is not the same with a vaccinated cruise, which the CDC has already hinted is a separate track completely. I can bet you the CDC is going to release a set of technical guidance, and if not technical guidance, perhaps manual for a fully vaccinated cruise. And by fully vaccinated, I mean what the CDC released when they said that 98% of the crew needed to be vaccinated and 95% of passengers needed to be vaccinated in order to avoid essentially the CSO or the trial voyages, which leads to restricted passenger voyages. So before we all lose it and before the whole industry goes nuts, let us just calm down a little bit and be a little bit patient, because I am pretty sure the CDC is going to release a new set of manuals for fully vaccinated cruises. So to give us a clue of what the CDC is trying to do, and to let you know that there will be a new set of documents for the 98% crew and 95% passenger cruises. Take a look at guidelines that the CDC has released for people who have been fully vaccinated. Listen, it says people who are fully vaccinated can visit with other fully vaccinated people indoors without wearing masks or physical distancing. This does not make sense vis-a-vis what you see in the current manual. It just tells you that the manual they have released right now is really for unvaccinated cruises, not for fully vaccinated cruises. But when you now have a cruise that 95% of people on board are vaccinated, and chances are, and this is assuming that the cruise lines will be smart enough, the remaining 5% will be children who are at low risk. Trust me, there will be no need for masking up. In fact, I believe that the CDC manual is just going to really touch on, washing hands, the sanitary habits, and getting those who are unvaccinated tested before they come back to shore. Actually, I think they may ask everyone to be tested for COVID before coming back to shore. But at the end of the day, I believe it's not going to be a fully restricted passenger voyage. It is going to be, I don't want to say unrestricted. Might be lower capacity, one, but two, it will be the closest we will see to a normal cruise that we are used to. So for everyone getting all bent out of shape because of the new manual that was released May 5th and the technical guidance that have been updated, please calm down. Be patient. The CDC is going to release a new set of technical documents and guidance that covers vaccinated passengers. It's an entirely new track. It is technically not part of the CSO that was started on October 30th last year. So let us be calm. It's coming soon, and let us just wait patiently. We shouldn't lose our hair because of that. The biggest problem I see here is really not the CDC. It's the new laws in Florida and Texas that prevent cruise lines from checking if people have been vaccinated. And I think Florida and Texas really should not have implemented those rules. I don't believe in discrimination, but it's not an issue of discrimination. It's not like skin color. Skin color is not a choice. Taking the vaccine is a choice. And if there is any reason why you cannot take the vaccine, then that should be clear and stated. If it's for religious reasons, if it's for medical reasons. There are people who genuinely cannot take the vaccine. But if the reason why you're not taking the vaccine has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with medical reasons, I see no reason why people shouldn't take the vaccine. Look, it helps others. That's the bottom line. It helps to achieve what scientists call herd immunity. It helps in the reduction of variants, even that alone. And if people see taking the vaccine for the sake of others, wearing masks is for the sake of others, taking the vaccine is for the sake of others, by all means, let us all be our brothers and sisters keeper and do what works best for others. But that's just my personal opinion. And again, everyone is free to have their opinion, which is why I don't think the law that the Florida governor and Texas is working on is actually the right thing, because I think it somewhat infringes on the rights of people to choose who they want to, from a public health perspective, who they want to associate with. That's just my thought. But again, let people calm down. The CDC is going to release a new set of documents that will deal with 98% crew vaccinated and 95% passenger vaccinated. And I think it is going to be a free and clear cruise with very little restrictions. Well, that's it for now. Once that comes out, I would come out and say, I told you so. All right, till next time, have a wonderful time, and I'm hoping to cruise very soon. Bye-bye.